Our next speaker tonight also had a distinguished career serving in government before joining Congress. He rose up the ranks at the FBI, a very well-respected member of the FBI who believes in law enforcement, rule of law. He also loves our military so much that over the course of the past few years, every single year, for Christmas, we've been able to travel to Iraq or Afghanistan, go to the Middle East to visit the troops, as we did this past Christmas, all over Kuwait on Christmas Day. And the FBI was impacted greatly on 9/11. They went into the towers as well while many people were running out. So I thank Brian not only for his service with the FBI, but for his continued fight for all of those first responders. And while as we should, remember those FDNY, the NYPD who went into the towers, there were many other types of law enforcement who ran in as well, including many FBI agents. So on behalf of all those FBI agents, thanks for continuing the fight. And it's great to have another state here represented in Pennsylvania. I'd like to yield to Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick.
Thank you, Congressman Zeldin. Madam Speaker, and I'd like to thank my colleagues from New York, Lee Zeldin, Mr. Rose, Mr. King, Ms. Maloney, and Mr. Nadler for holding this special order tonight. And I'm proud to join you in this fight to reauthorize the September 11th Victim Compensation Fund to ensure that our 9/11 survivors and their families have the resources and the support to which they are owed. As my colleagues can attest, we lost some amazing human beings on that day. Firefighters, police officers, EMTs, medics, mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters. Victor Saraceni, a resident of Bucks County, Pennsylvania, a constituent in our district, was the captain and pilot of United Airlines Flight 175, which our entire country and the entire world witnessed fly into the South Tower. While 9/11 shattered many preconceived notions we have had, it strengthened our collective American identity. Our nation emerged from that day stronger because of the bravery and selflessness of the heroes who risked and in many cases lost their lives to save people they didn't know and had never met. Their sacrifices come at a tremendous cost. In over 17 years since that fateful day, nearly 10,000 people have suffered from cancers induced by breathing in toxic dust at ground zero, dust that included thousands of contaminants including lead and including mercury. Madam Speaker, in just one statistic in how this problem is still prevalent, the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial reported that 15 police officers died in 2018 from 9/11 related illnesses. 15 just last year alone. This problem is pervasive and this problem is persistent, and it is incumbent upon the federal government to stand up and defend those who defended us. The September 11th Victim Compensation Fund must be authorized and reauthorized immediately. It is a moral obligation of this body. This simply cannot wait. Again, I want to thank the members of the New York delegation for holding this special order, for giving me the opportunity to express my gratitude for the heroes and their families and the need to reauthorize this. I second my colleagues' sentiments tonight. This is a moral obligation of this House. We must get this done. We must get it done immediately. And I want to thank Mr. Zeldin for representing the Problem Solvers Caucus tonight and recognizing Josh Gottheimer. I want to just say that my colleague Max Rose and I are going to be testing a new rule that we put into place, and we are going to get to 290 co-sponsors come hell or high water. We will get there, which will force that matter onto this floor. It will pass overwhelmingly, and we will get this done for the 9/11 victims and their families. I yield back, Madam Speaker.